If you are like me and you cannot wait for every February, every December, and all in between, we even got Christmas in July coming up. On Hallmark, this is the video for you. If you think all of them are easy because they look the same, they are built like that on purpose. Welcome back to the channel. I am Gigi, and today's video is about writing your first Hallmark romance. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions about Hallmark movies is that they're easy to write because they're all the same. But I don't really see it that way. They look that easy because it's on purpose. They have a structure, and we're going to talk about that today. Now, if you can't tell, I'm a little excited because I love Hallmark movies. I love crime movies, and I love Hallmark. Go figure. Anyway, it's like building a house. Every house is going to have doors, windows, even a roof, all the same. But the structure underneath has to all work together or it's going to fall apart. Hallmark movies are the same way, but they have an emotional framework that we all fall in love with. And once you understand that framework, it becomes easier and even fun to write because you're no longer guessing and you just delivering what every one of us came here for in your own way. Now, within the first few minutes, every Hallmark movie makes a promise to us, which is, don't worry, these people are going to find each other. And we fall for it every time. Because it's not if they get together, we want to know how they got together. So your job, if you want to write your first Hallmark romance, I'm so proud of you, is to make your audience fall in love with the journey. They already know what's coming, so let's get started. We've all heard this word, meet cute, but a lot of us don't know what it means. Basically, it's where your two leads, usually within the first 10 pages, actually meet, but their lives and priorities just naturally clash. Maybe she's fighting to save her family's bakery, or he wants to travel the world. But for her to save the bakery, he's there to actually tear it down. Or for him to actually travel the world, she actually wants to stay in a small town. Those differences create emotional tension because we need more than they just don't like each other. You have to give them different values and then spend the rest of the movie moving towards them reconciling. Now, before we continue, I need you to hit the subscribe button so I can continue to keep doing these videos for you. And every time I have a new one, you will be notified. Now, Hallmark movies are written in a 9-act structure. And that's because they're designed around TV commercial breaks. So every act should end with a question or an emotional turn to keep the audience coming back after the commercial. So what is actually in each act? Let's break it down quickly. Act 1, of course, you're going to introduce your stars, introduce your protagonist, their world, what makes them tick, what are they longing for, and what would make them happy. Act 2, we're going to introduce the love interest and create a spark. Act 3, we need them to come together. Act 4, they begin to connect, but there's still some differences there. We're building on the story. See how that works? Act 5, they share meaningful experiences. Now, Act 6, the emotional connection deepens. Why? Because they're falling in love. In Act 7, that's where the relationship is tested. Act 8, we need the characters to make a difficult choice. And Act 9, just like in every other genre or story, we need to resolve the conflict. So every act should move the story forward. Sounds easy, right? Well, let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of new writers do. One of the biggest challenges I see new writers do is they make the conflict between the two too easy, such as someone overhears half of a conversation or someone walks away before they know the truth. Those are okay, but they can be resolved in a 10-minute conversation. But Hallmark romances, their obstacles work better when they're rooted in your protagonist or your antagonist and not the situation. For example, she doesn't believe in love because she's still not over a painful divorce, or he's avoiding commitment because he's afraid. See, the external situation might bring you conflict, but the real obstacle needs to come from emotional growth. Because people watch Hallmark for hope, for kindness, and the fact that family still matters, and love. And every scene should move you closer to that feeling. And if you accomplish that, then you've delivered.